Hello. Hello, everybody. And welcome to some Blue Prince. Oh, this is the game that has been kind of sitting and plaguing me in the background since I've heard of its announcement, heard of its, release as a full game, heard of its, like early access and stuff like that. As a game that I've been undoubtedly wanting to get into, but just have been continuously at the wrong time for it. Now, however, that we have finished one of the longest running series on the channel in the Sea of Stars series, I finally get to now take my stand and take my stab at Blue Prince, as I alluded to almost like a couple of months ago. Oh my god, it's been like a couple of months since I said that I'd be playing this game for you guys, and I'm so sorry. No, we've all known that this has been coming since the Outer Wilds playthrough, which if you didn't watch, go watch it. That was an awesome playthrough. But let's begin for real now. I have some things that I'll get into when we start the actual game, but I do know that this is a very in-depth puzzle game. And there's some things to learn from it. Dogubomb presents. Thank you for making this game. Thank you, Tonda Ross, as well, for making the game.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
And that, my friends, is our goal for now. Finding that 46th room. It begins. Day one. Ooh. Alrighty, so I'm going to tell you guys outright a few rules that I have for this series. Just for myself. So I have had basically my only knowledge of this is, and good God, it's nice to finally be doing this. the only knowledge that I have given myself is that basically everything in this game has some form of purpose in essence. But alongside that, it also has like some further expansion to some greater lore of a whole. And I'm going to be basically trying to uncover this from multiple different points. As some of you may realize, I am playing this on controller. I tend to enjoy playing games on controller for things, so I do know that a lot of series on YouTube have been keyboard and mouse, and I know that this is going to be a bit of a different series because of that, because wee woo wee woo wee woo wee woo. But you know, I feel like this is, first off, how I'm going to feel most comfortable. If that changes, I will change it. The other thing, I'm going to take note of everything that I see that is of importance within a room. And I'm going to be jotting it down within a notebook that I will, or within my puzzle notebook that I have had for the longest period of time now. And it will be basically being something that I constantly check back to and point to. Additionally, I will not be reading comments very well, like, at all for this series, because first off, I'm actually recording this almost, I want to say, about a month and a half before you'll even be seeing this. And then I will be editing these relatively within the same time frame in such a way that you will most likely not ever say anything in a way that basically affects my playthrough of the game such that it should be a spoiler. So I will be knowing in advance that if I start reading something that sounds slightly spoilerly, I'm not going to look at it, and I will remove my vision from it and not care about it. If I read something in a comment that I already know of, and then I respond to you, it's because I already knew of it, and I already understood it. But yes, with that, I think we can actually finally begin for real. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you nothing could have further from my mind, or been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. And finally, you cannot stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. It's a roguelike, as we all are aware. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. So, that's an important note. I believe this is our entryway, and I will call it as such. And we'll go through a whole bunch of these. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna have a page for every single room that we're covering. So, and what is this? I'm assuming this is our thing. The Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. And that's the other thing. I'm gonna be keeping track of timer for everything. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's the entrance hall, not entryway. Thank you. Thank you for immediately shooting one of my notes, you know. Yeah, as soon as I start it. Entry hall. Alrighty, so, as we can see, all the way here, that's our antechamber. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots to go until we're able to reach into it. I would assume. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be as easy of a challenge as it is. The other thing I see here, searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you'll lose 1 step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. So our steps are our energy, which is kind of what I figured. The other thing of note, I'm betting these two here or those two. Like, I'm noting a sort of symmetry already within the house. Like, if I look at this, and this is the architect in me talking. So if I look at this way, notice how there's 2 of those. There's 2 paintings, both of which, by the way, are interestingly cards, but different cards. Also looking to be different hands holding said cards. Right and left seem to be of importance. There's 2 lights. Over here, there's these 2 vases. There's no lights over here, but there's a painting right here, or, yep, that's a watercolor painting. And then over here is a clock. The fact that this is meant to be the symmetry on this side has me a bit confused. So I'm going to say, like, questioning symmetry. Alrighty. Now, this is not going to be how I am for every single run. We're 12 minutes in and I haven't even left the first room. Anyways, alrighty. So, this is where I want to discuss my general drafting strategy, at least as it currently stands, to get me up to the top ends. My general overall goal is going to be in every single room that I enter into to expand my grasp as best as I can. Basically, what I want is to form a sort of circular structure within the place that lets me have multiple little loops that I can take to walk myself mostly northward. And what I mean by that is basically each of these 6 we want to basically circle into each other, and then we want each of these 6 to try to circle into each other. Repeat on loop for each of these 6 basically. With each of those 6 looping into each other, and by extension what the antechamber is, and, you know, whatever goes continuation from that. If I can form a sort of looping structure, it means that I have the most likelihood of moving upwards. Corners here have one special rule set that I'm going to say. I want them to also point upwards, basically, or point along the edges. So I want corners in these corner pieces. The final thing is I really basically want dead ends on the edge. Dead ends on the edge are basically the only spot where I'm going to view dead ends as really a valid thing for me. And yes, by the way, this first episode is going to be long-winded. Get ready for it. Dead ends are basically going to be where everything kind of, or the end of those walkways over there is going to be basically like where things go relatively, or where I get to put a lot of dead ends. Anyways, new room, new notes. This is going to be the case until we've seen almost every room on the estate. Hallway. It's a 3-piece. There's a paint there. Hang on. Ooh. Okay. I'm starting to see something. So, not only am I looking at the symmetry, but notice how down there's our 2 paintings. Those 2 paintings are, those are like pencil drawings almost. Those ones were also like pencil drawings. I'm just gonna note the paintings for now. And if we start seeing patterns, I'm going to note the patterns. As is right now, I'm thinking that each room has a different painting set and they mean something, but I don't know what for just yet. And I did see this. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Just quick rule for myself, I guess. And also, it's a red note. I don't know if that means anything, but yeah. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna go... I know that I said, like, oh, I'm gonna try and fill out every door before I progress, and then I just walked into this room. It's because I was panicked, and I'm like, okay, I need to move on. I'm taking way too long for each room. Alrighty. Corner rule immediately starts. We'll put the parlor in there, and I will walk in a moment, depending on what it is. And this room, like I said, I want to form as many loops as possible, so lavatory, not my liking. Closet, not my liking right now. Spare room is the best option out of these, so I'm going to put that there. This one had a puzzle piece, so I'm going to go there first, and then we will go there. But yes. Okay, interesting. This is totally, it's totally a thing. Okay. Parlor. What else? Oh, hello, boxes? I mean, the picture there. Okay, interactables. I mean, wind-up key. I will also add, like, beyond just knowing, like, general pseudo-mechanics of this and knowing that it's a game I've wanted to play, I'm entirely blind, to this game. So, yeah. I know general mechanics, but not that much. Okay. Parlor game. Alrighty. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. I can read. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had seen the decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles that I had mentioned to you, a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. Other than notes from Herbert, I'm probably going to take note of people's name also. Just general, like, if it's a letter like this, I'm going to also just try and keep track of, you know, who it's to, who it's for, what time it was, yada, 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 what it's about, and try to keep it where I found it within my notes. And yes, I am already using multiple pages. So, rules, okay. Rules. Always be at least one box which displays only true, so greater than or equal to 1 true box. At least 1 box, which displays only false, greater than or equal to 1 false box. Noted. Alrighty, and I'm assuming that's what these are. Yep, cool. And, oh. Coin purse. Each time I collect 3 money, I'll earn an additional 1. Nice to see. Anything else before I stab at this? Because, yeah, that's a little side table. There's this back here, but I'm not too worried about stuff like that. Alrighty. This box is the middle box. You're an idiot. The gems are in the middle box. Okay. You're the middle box, so you're saying you have it. This box is the middle box. Also false. I believe this is saying this one, then. If I am to understand it correctly. There we go. Alright, 2 gems. Cool, cool. Let's take this, and let's see here. So, again, I would say that we would want to use den here. Especially just seeing the general rule set of this. However, we are at a dead-end location where I am happy to make it a dead end. Ergo, closet time. And I'm going to put the closet here. Looks like 2 keys. Alright, 2 keys. And, ooh, a silver key. Alrighty. Closet. I am going to also look for 2 separate paintings, which I can just see right now. So, look, I'm going to be over the top about this because I know in late game this will be beneficial to me because it'll help me. Anything else I can grab, anything I can move, anything I can do with. Like, right now, I'm very much in the stage of explore what matters, figure out what matters, go from there. Yep, plan and plan, otherwise, no. So that does mean that these early episodes are going to be very, slow, I will admit. The early episodes are going to be very, very slow. Interesting. Why is there nothing? That actually is confusing to me. Like, after having seen the other rooms have paintings, I'm like, okay. Alrighty, let's see what's in here. Cool. Alrighty, so I'm inclined to take the chapel here, just because also I have no negative for it because I haven't gained any money yet. And also because, as stated, I want to keep kind of loops that relatively push me forward. Or I can take the pantry if I want to kind of formulate that loop structure. I'm gonna say let's do pantry just because maybe I want to keep chapel for later, seeing as it is a T-piece. And pantry is generally keeping us within the loop structure, so let's do that. Let's see here. Alrighty, pantry, nice, nice. Okay. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed. Okay, I'm gonna... hang on. Pantry! Also, there's some very weird capitalization. Am I the only one who sees Bridge TTE? Okay. Hang on. Bridget. Bridge TTE. I am going to call that out within my notes already. Please pick up more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So that explains 2 things. 1, that's our step count. And also money in pantry. Yoink. I did not want to grab that. Okay. I didn't know if I had to grab all of them or not. Interesting. Where? Ah, there's the paintings. It's, like... It's like a... Oh, what are these things called? They're like... hang on. I need to move down the page. Paintings... are like a layered shelf thing and a tie. Interesting. Alrighty. Oh, and an apple. I will also say, as we know, I am blind, so I'm taking this slow, because I don't want to be too blind, because I don't want to be too stupid to miss something. Apple also getting added to the items list. Eventually, I will see items that I have never seen before. Alrighty. So, drawing room kind of takes us the wrong way. I'm thinking, however, that is a good effect on it. I'm really thinking we probably use the den here, because again, it starts forming that loop structure that I was talking about. And it also gives us a gem, so yeah. Den. T-piece. Alrighty. What the... Oh, God. Okay. That's a fishing rod and a road. I will say, this game is very quiet right now in the way that it's doing. There's a clock. Doesn't look interactable. Also doesn't look interactable. Very interesting. Anyways, gem. So I actually think I got 2 gems from this, unless that was the gem that was provided. I wasn't paying much attention. Alrighty, let's go hit this right here. So, here's the thing where I get to state a new additive rule to our statement. In any instance where I can see that the loop would relatively have a good chance of continuing, I'm not going to worry too much about trying to continue it. However, when given the option to, I am going to still try to do it with things such as bedroom here. So, I'm going to try to continue the loop despite Den giving me a pretty solid chance of not needing to worry about the loop. Again, this game is slow. This game is methodical. I'm being slow and methodical on day 1 because I want to possibly see if I can't win on day 1, if at all possible. Alrighty, so that's a, like, bride and a bridge. A bride and a bridge. Also, it is a corner. And let's see here. I'm like, this thing is oddly colored. Yeah, because it's a trunk of some kind that can be opened, I guess. Trunk is locked. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm assuming keys can be used elsewhere. Greetings from Reddington. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Anything like books? Oop. Who are you? Okay. I don't know who this is, so I'm going to leave a blank for it. Anything with the books? No. No. That's a weird structure. Is that a reference to Fez? Is that a reference to Fez? That's funny if that's meant to be a reference to Fez. That's cool. Okay. No. 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 Alrighty. Interesting. Alright, well, we've entered this room. I didn't open the other door. Once you've drawn floor plans, you must select and draft. Okay. Alrighty, well, courtyard is my friend, I believe. I didn't open the den, and I should have. Let's take the courtyard. Actually, you know what? Let's take the courtyard because it progresses the loops. And supports Den's door. So, alrighty. Courtyard. It's going to be very interesting that all of these are going to show up, like, in the order of which I have seen them. I'm going to need a new book after this. Alrighty. Looks to be a trunk. So, T-piece. Locked trunk. Also beautiful sounds right now. Here's like a weird dirty patch. There's a lot of boards. There's trees. Do you guys give fruits? Are you apple trees? No? Okay. I'll mark the dirt patch and trees just as possibility. And then any of the paintings. I'm kind of a bit confused that there isn't painting. Well, I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't make sense there'd be paintings in this room, but like, it's kind of weird that those paintings that are all like pencil type drawings are showing up in almost every room, but then aren't in half the rooms. It's a bit weird. Let's open up this door. Alrighty. I mean, yeah, let's take the drawing room. I'm gonna be honest. Let's maybe not take drawing room, and let's actually make this into a dead end. It is going to make some problems, but I kind of want to keep this in the pool for a little bit while I keep progressing along, basically. So, I'm gonna make the bunk room here. I'm not gonna worry about the bunk room for a bit, though. Let's see here. Alrighty, well, that's annoying. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. I wish I had done this one first now. Because I'm drafting bedrooms. I don't know how many bedrooms there are left. That kind of concerns me. I'm like, have I already kind of screwed myself over with the amount of bedrooms I've drafted? I will also mention we're running out of space already. But this is why I'm glad that we picked the den where we did. Yeah, let's take the nursery. Yeah, let's take the nursery. And I will worry about this in a moment. Ooh, nursery also gave itself. Nursery and bunk room. I probably won't explore the bunk room as part of this. Nursery. Let's go in here because I do want to see this. Oh, this is nice. And see, look, more of the drawings, okay? Like, this is just more of a proof as to what we're seeing. Also, that direction looks... Yeah, like, the bunk room over there looks weird. Anyways, clock and a lock? Alrighty. Let's see here. Nothing over here. 2 cribs. Very... It's interesting to me that they keep making cemetery some type of theming with this. Like, there's always 2 of something. Ooh, gem. Items. Gem. And can I... Ooh, I can read this book. All right. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds went around. And do you know which book the prince always had, the one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It's this book. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near to you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince in his book, the red book we just read. Interesting. That's all I'm going to say about it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. But, like, there's just awkward symmetry. Also, the fact that I can get back here is a bit funny to me. Just squeeze on through everything. It's just weird the amount of symmetry within the design of this. Like, this room is anti-symmetrical, but still very purposely symmetrical. Alright, let's go back to here. Where do I want to go now? Probably around into the den. So just over into here. I'm glad that that gives me a little buffer. Let's go here. Ooh. I mean, guest bedroom would end the day. So let's not do that. We do have a passageway, though, that I can take, which is going to save us right now. Yeah, and I'm not taking the bunk, or I'm not going back to bunk room. Passageway. Very claustrophobic, I will mention. I'm just gonna put that as a note, just for no reason other than claustrophobic is what I'm thinking about this room. Yeah, no. From an architecture standpoint, don't do this. Don't do this. Let's open up some doors now, shall we? Also, okay, that means nothing to me. A lot of these mean nothing to me. Okay, cool. Let's go here. Drawing room is probably going to be nice. Archives is a good thing, other than the fact that what it says is terrifying. I do like drawing room, but can't. So we're probably gonna take storeroom. Just because I don't like the idea of shooting my capabilities, and I will go in there in a moment. There's also... Why is there darts in there? Is there a rat that broke in? We have a funny story to tell while I'm standing in there. Ow! Okay. Okay, that is rough. Let's take Chapel. I do not want to lose half the steps. We'll take Chapel and I'll try and curve it around into the upper ones. And then let's go here. We're taking the corridor because I do not want to lose half my steps. I'm fine when half my steps is maybe like 10. However, even then, that's a pretty major margin. I don't want to lose half my steps now, so we'll go into this one, which was the store room, and I will see what's in here. So, okay, so coat, and is that meant to be, as I tilt my head sideways, looking all weird at this, a cot? Okay, alrighty. Now for the little funny thing. So, over the summer, which by the way is when I was trying to get set up to start playing this game, my family, had a wonderful, like, little bit of time where I was hearing, what sounded like somebody digging or something, within the walls of like the downstairs area, which is where I spend a lot of my time whenever I'm at home. That's a giant chess piece. And well, you know, as I was kind of going about, I just kept on hearing it throughout the days, basically. Yes, I know. Enjoy your tithe, I guess, since this is as soon as I enter into here. Interesting. A lot of stained glass. I'll start taking some notes of these, by the way, while I'm doing this, or while I'm mentioning this. But basically, I was hearing a lot of like digging in the walls while like I was just hanging around doing some editing, because that's where I normally keep my computer around, whatnot. This is a 3-way room. Anyways, so at first I think nothing of it other than like, oh my gosh, the house is like trying to come down, and I tell my family about it. They're like, oh, it's probably just a ground squirrel or something, or a mole or something digging around in near our foundation, basically. Angel 5 has a broom. And then, you know, time goes by and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, nothing of note other than the fact that, like, you know, like, it's just been silenced. Also, Angel 2 has, like, a honeycomb staff and chef hats? Very interesting dress. But yeah, no. So, then a few days go by, and the digging is back. And I'm like, guys, there's digging in the walls again. What's happening? And, you know, I, like, specifically call it out exactly where it's happening, show my family what I had noticed to be, like, some different, like, cracks along the wall, basically, that were starting to look like they were forming, and I was like, have these always been here? And they're like, yes, those have always been here. Also, there's the blueprint sigil. Okay, so Angel 6 is a policeman? Interesting. And they're like, oh, you know, it's pretty fine, you know, it's normal, it's natural, it's as to be expected. You know, like those cracks had always been there or something since we had bought the house. Anyways, a few more days go by, and then, has a feather duster, is the best thing I could say to that. A few more days go by, and I'm and I'm hearing the digging again, and I'm like, okay, guys, for real this time, it is like actually happening, or there's something up. And I look into our like under the stair closet that we have, and I look in and I see that dirt is being tossed in through the wall by an animal, and it turns out there was a rock chug which had dug its way into like the foundation, through a bit of the concrete into our like into that like under the stair closet, and basically is a farmer girl as I'm looking at this, and basically had like started throwing stuff in. So I like take a video immediately, send it to my family, like, guys, what the frick, what do I do about this? And they're like, I don't know. So I turn the lights on and basically keep the lights on all day, and of course the digging stops, and finally, you know, like, inevitably family gets home from work and stuff. I just didn't have work that day, basically. And yeah, that was a wonderful event where a rock shark tried digging into our house. We did get it handled, but like, oh my god, that was an absolute mess of an event. Anyways, I took some notes on the angels here because they look interesting. These statues don't really seem like I can do anything with them yet. I did also note take that they're there, but like, I did mainly note take the angels on the stained glass, since, you know, painting stained glass, that type of thing, yada yada yada. Let's take this route. Oh yeah, three-way. Let's open this door and let's see. That nook does start to reform, the sort of thing that I was talking about. Boudoir would give us a access to rooms, but right now I'm in the boat of we need to take nook, because I need to make sure that there's at least 2 paths pointed north at any given time. So yeah, Nook gave me its key before I walked in, I think. Unless I'm being crazy there. Nook. Okay, so you're like just a straight up reading Nook. Ampersand and... is that meant to be sand? Ampersand and sand? Interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna write ampersand and sand. Yeah, so corner. I don't know if I need to note take which corner type this is, but if I do need to, I will start doing so. Paintings, ampersand, and sand. Sorry, not and. I just started thinking about how many ands I'm saying about this. And key. Yeah. Wow. We're actually making some pretty decent progress. I know this episode is going to be long. Get used to it for these first few days. You require a key. Fine. We'll finally take it. Ooh, a dining room. So the dining room is going to be the one I take, just based off of this. Let's take the dining room. Let's have some fun. Dining room. But future episodes of this will shorten the time. Dining room, interesting. Like a camp and a tag. Three-way. Camp and tag. I'm just starting to get used to my note-taking. I'm assuming this is where dinner gets served. Nothing else. There's another pawn. I'm starting to think that the chess pieces are going to start mattering soon. Which is fine, you know, if they do, it's alright. Okay, Jesus Christ, alright. Key. Alrighty, I can take this. Ooh, security. Yeah, give me some of that security. That does give me 3 doors pointed up, by the way. Oh, gem, you fricker. All right, guest bedroom, because that'll boost me up steps like none other. I don't think there's anything of worth. I see like something that looks like a gem right there. Meaning that's probably worth it, actually. Alright, fine. I'll go into the guest bedroom. Alrighty. Whoop-dee-doo. Oh, wait, was that from... Oh, you have to enter into here to gain its effect. Okay, so those pluses are based off the thing. Let's see here. So, painting is a cart and a chart. Cart and chart. And then what? I'm doing, you know, just general things in here. Anything with the books? Like, I keep looking at this and I'm like, and are the books going to matter? Is the book going to be of important? Ooh, there's a note. Alrighty, Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. Had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. You also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Okay, alrighty, good to know. No back page to that, nothing else of note, I believe. Yeah, I guess this is good. We are gonna, I guess, just take the key and head up. Be an opportunist with everything that I've got given to me. Let's do this. And we do have that special key. Ooh, okay. East Wing Hall is what I'm going to take, but noting that secret passage exists as an ability is really neat. Let's take the East Wing Wall, and yeah, I mean, we're in the perfect spot for it, so. Hall. I'm going to assume this only can show up on East. Interesting. Looks very akin to the hallway. Oh, is that meant to be, like, maybe the, like, I'm starting to think that these are semi-related words, maybe? I'm not sure. Like, coast and coat. Or something like that. I'm just gonna go coat and shore because I'm not sure what is there. But, like, I'm starting to catch that maybe they're meant to be semi-related. What with, like, ampersand has the word sand in it. Again, lingo being my friend on this right now. So we're aware. Also, God, that is pretty environment right there. Alrighty, let's open this door. Never mind. We will not be opening this door. Let's open this door. Alrighty. That's not nice. None of these are nice. So the walk-in closet probably gives me the best chance here. Well, with it costing costing a gem for 4 items is pretty good. Out of what is here. Walk-in closet. Have I been taking note of which ones have costed anything yet? I will in the future. I should have, but I haven't, I don't think. I don't know if it says gem requirement, so I'm just going to assume that there's only gem costing rooms. So cost 1. Let's see what's in here. I think we're doing pretty good. Let's see here. So... Okay, picture of another woman. Paintings. Are there? It's like a window. Window. And what? Like, is it on this side? Yeah. Window and plane. So what, like pane and plane or something maybe? I don't know. And 4 items. Oh. There's one. Coupon book. Ooh, purchases, return 1. Okay, that's nice. So, what are they all like over here? I did see the gems on the table. Oh, the salt, that, like, shaker thing is one. Okay. Salt shaker. Yeah, I thought it was a salt shaker. I just wasn't sure. Okay. Boop, boop. Interesting. Okay, this is very intriguing. Alrighty, let's see here. Take a dive this way. Sure. You know what? I didn't look over... Hang on. So, special... What's so special about this? Lead to a room with many doors. Okay, so we want this... I want to put that silver key on the corridor. Like, right now, basically, is what I'm saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to get back. Let's go do that real quick, just because I think it's worthwhile. Oh, hope that I didn't. I probably subtracted the step there. Yep, I know. I know. Alrighty. Oh, I'm betting because this is always unlocked. Yeah. Did I mark the corridor anywhere? Did I do that? Was I dumb? I did not. I did not. And let's see here. Ooh, billiard room. We could try this real quick. I might. So here's the thing. I kind of want the, ooh. Let's do the billiard room and then hope that it's a locked door off the billiard room. And then that way I can use the silver key. So billiard room is there, and paintings are tier thingy, or like tiered shelf thingy. Tiered shelf and tiger. Is there anything else in here? I didn't really look, I just kind of rushed. And that's always bad. No? Okay. Cool, cool. Corridor seems mostly useless from what I can see. And let's see here. Okay, so... Interesting. We know there is a puzzle in here. Is it with the beer? Is the puzzle with the beer? I do not think the puzzle is with the beer. Is it with here? Is it this glass? Do these have numbers on them? 15, 13. The 8 ball's still the 8 ball. Is it about, like, missing things over here? I mean, I do see the dartboard. He was talking about darts. So maybe it's just that. Any interesting. The main question mark is this, whether it's not, or what it's meant to be, so yeah. Because, I mean, that is obviously a planet, but, like, the fact that somebody's drawing it is what's interesting to me. Beer. Alrighty, cool. Are you? You are. You are. Okay, so looking at what's here, I think the order of operations is add, if I spell, subtract, multiply, then divide. I'm assuming that's going to change, but also if I find the rule that it's like colors that does this, so first off, I just want to hit this. Okay. So, it does not count the color. Got it. Are you then just follow suit? Am I following 5? Okay, I'm assuming then it's not follow suit and say 4, right? Yeah. Okay, so, alrighty. So, what the blue equals add. So, 5. And then this is 14. And see, we're already getting another thing. So, I'm assuming you're not multiply. That would send you way over. Divide could be possible, but it wouldn't be pretty. So, I'm assuming yellow means subtract. So 19 minus 14 would be 5, which seems to be correct. 10 minus 7 is 3. I'm like, I have to remember where the 3 is on this thing. Of course, there's another one. Alrighty, 2 and something 6. So 2 divided by 6 doesn't really work. So I'm assuming pink would be mult. Unless, of course, they're going to throw something else at me, and, like, 6 is somehow memory related. So, 2 times 6 is 12, which is that. Alrighty, cool. So, we got 10 minus 4, because we're following our order of operations, is 6. Times by 3 is 18. Cool, and they didn't introduce whatever divide is yet. Anything else of note in this room? I don't think so. Can I get me a drink, though, real quick? Alrighty, let's see here. We want this door to be locked. It was not locked. Items for sale might be good. I don't know how well that's going to help us, though. Also am realizing that we did kind of get screwed over by what's here. Let's take the commissary, since that lets us have the possibility of curling around. However, we're again relying on the East Wing Hall, and we're again relying on a one door, basically. So, commissary, and since it said items for sale, I'm going to also write what items are for sale in my notes. Again, this game is going to be me note-taking a lot for this first day. Alrighty. Let's see in here. Interesting. Dirigi blocks. That, okay. Weird arcade thing. Sale. Annual Maids Day sale. 2 days only. All items 50% off. I have no idea what day it is, but, you know, that's good to know. And then... Oh! Whoa! Okay. Cool. This has a lot of things for us. So, with and without. Again, coast and tag. So one of these has something that the other doesn't. But they're still similar, I'm assuming, is what that's implying. And then this one... Oh my gosh. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Okay, I'm going to note that down in a second. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to House Manager Miss Babbage. So we might be post-December? We might be in December, I'm not sure. And also, by the way, blacked out terminal password. Okay, that's a lot of info. Also, love the weird arrows. Again, what is... Ah, yes, okay. So, okay. Okay, I won't buy anything yet, but do note that those are there. Before we head back over to the East Wing Wall, I want to see if I can progress this northward. Oh, wait. Security door is locked by electronic keycard. I saw this and immediately my heart sank as like a, yeah, I'm probably not moving. Also, we've gone in this many rooms. We're still near the start of our walking amount. I think my strategy is working. Alrighty. I don't want to use the special key on this. We will just use a normal key. Let's see what's in here. Boudoir sends us the perfect way. Yeah, Boudoir is our best. Gymnasium looks like it sucks. Let's go Boudoir, and I'm writing it down right now because I don't think I can name that or spell that out. Boudoir. Alrighty. Ooh, and you're a bedroom. Okay, there's a safe. First off, corner. Paintings. Yep. Stag and stage. Photo of Christmas. Safe is an unwrapped present. I wonder if, like, if Christmas occurs in the game, like, I'm betting that that has a benefit or something with this room now that I'm seeing that. I'm betting... So, here's the thing. There's, like, common things that I'm betting we could probably see as this safe being. It could be a date. It could be, like, a birthday. Could be something like I don't know what this could be. I don't want to try it. Also, it's a Sinca Co safe. I have no idea. I mean, heck. Yeah, no idea. I'm like, I'll just hit 000 real quick just to see if it's something like that, but no. I have very high doubts that that is something, and I'm betting we will figure out the rules for saves later. I don't want to try and mess around and sit here and try and figure those out until I've got, like, a solid idea. Anything else of note other than that Christmas photo? I mean, if you got the safe on Christmas, would you make the unlock, like, if you're gonna be the first off, let's just say this. Common passwords of saves are dates. Like, just, we all know this. Saves, dates, or, you know, cool numbers that you really like, basically. It's either spam one number, have some really cool pattern, or it's a date. Would Herbert be the funny guy to straight up, like, make Christmas that? Well, we'll answer that later, but I don't want to do that right now. Security or... Ooh, okay. I do want to keep security in there for right now because we have... It has a lot of doors. I want to keep our doors for as long as we can. Let's go to the observatory just because it's got the best shape for what's there. Oh, it gave me a star. Interesting. That's a weird thing. First off, flan and fan. And let's see here. Yeah. You just let me roll around these globes. Nothing else. Nothing else. Ooh. Okay, fixed. Stars. I'm gonna tell myself to see screenshots. See screen shots. It's by Richard Witt in 1809. Jeez. I mean, I'm gonna start taking some screenshots eventually. Might as well do it on the books. Preface. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star, 1 gold. Maybe I don't need to screenshot these. North, so I need to keep track of colors of room, and that's it. Okay. I don't think I could see anything with this. Can I move this? Is there anything to move? Like, can I stand up here and move some stuff at all? It's very interesting that this lets you come up here. Ah, okay, okay. Okay, that's sick. Alright, that... I can just point it right into the floor. Okay, you won't let me do that. Interesting. So, the telescope is interactive. Let's see here. Probably want to move this up. Okay, and can I finally use that down there? It wasn't really letting me, but can I rotate it finally? Oh, I can. Nice. Oh, I can totally bring that over. Hang on. Yeah, you're gonna let me bring that right on over, aren't you? There's a little secret in there, isn't there? Yeah, there is. That brings it right there. Hang on. I see what we're doing here. Okay. I'm like, I've discovered a little secret that I don't think I was supposed to. Bring this down. There's a hidden compartment. Ooh. Found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add planetarium to your drafting pool? Yeah, of course. All right, the planetarium added. Had planetarium. Alright, let's now, I'm assuming, bring it back over. I'm assuming I need to bring this all the way up before I move it. And now, back over. Just keep it rolling. 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 Alrighty, there we go. Perfect. Can I look into you now? North Star, gain 1. Ooh, and that also triggered the coin purse. Nice. Alrighty. Look. Let's hope I'm lucky. If you're locked, I might silver key immediately. Nope, you are not locked. That one is... This one is technically nice, but I think... Combine inventory to create new items. Interesting. Let's take the workshop. Oh, no. No! Don't tell me you just ended my day on me, you meanie. Oh, you meanie. Okay, there's gotta be a way to do this. True box does not always contain the prize. Interesting. You have what paintings? You have a mug and a can of paint. I think that's just them saying that, like, it can be in a box other than the true box, so don't assume that it is. Interesting. Very weird. Very weird. Very weird. Ooh! Sledgehammer! Alright, can I use the ruler? Ooh, there's... Interesting! There's an A on stone? Very weird. Wait. No, I have no idea. Weird stone A. Music. 8. C. Screenshots. Because I'm not keeping track of those. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A bolded message. Bold message. Red is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is red, the letter is not. Interesting. Very weird. Very weird. Odd that you would leave your saw like that, mister. And yep, that does still locked. Can I do anything with this? Can salt do anything? Nope, nope. Nope. Sledgehammer does nothing. Okay, so mostly nothing. I did just see there's a knight in the observatory, which, again, I think I need to start taking note of that soon. But we're out of doors for the day already. We can go into the bunk room since I didn't use all my steps. And then I will round out the episode. Yeah, let's head on down there. I'm a little sad. I wish that we could have gotten to go one more shot. We got really close for day 1, I will admit. Did we get to rank 8? Did we get to rank 8? No, we didn't. We didn't even get to rank 8. We got to 7. That's what we did. We got close, but we didn't get there. Alrighty. Well, I mean, look. All of these rooms are now handled for future episodes in such a way that I will not be overly studying them. I just now have, like, I have a good strong basis for what I believe matters. Ooh, sledge can be used to open stuff. Okay. Don't tell me. Are you kidding me? Okay. That would have been funny. Bunk room. And bunk room. And bunk room. Just for all time bunk room. I'm assuming maybe the trunks are all one, like, pool, but I'm not sure. Also, that's annoying seeing that they do rerolls and we have no available rooms for rerolls. Like, thanks, you know. Gee. Damn. Golly gee gad. Glad that was given to me. What's in here? I'm assuming... Wow, that is exactly the same. Okay, trunks get to go on their own page. Seeing that. Alrighty, bunk room. What's in here? We got a pin and I'm assuming a pine. Oh my god, it's a living hamster. Let's see back here. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Bunk room. Dead. And, oh my god! Hi! Oh my god, you said hi! We'll solve those whenever they start becoming important, I believe. But for right now, I'm just glad to see that we've got something for those. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. I did also want to see, since I noticed the door was open, and we've got the ability to go walk around. Let's go walk around outside real quick. Did I... Okay, yeah. I'm like, did I just mess up by doing that? No, I didn't. Let's go walk around outside and see what I can find out here, because I'm betting we're gonna find something. Yep, you're all of that. Cool. Entry hall. Did I ever write this one? I did not write any of the early ones. And yeah, I messed up this room by doing what I did. I should have used this as I should have done this better. So okay, you can walk outside. Good to know. Interesting. Oh, make a wish. I won't do that just yet. I will probably do so later. Okay, that's a locked gate. Interesting. God, it is so quiet out here. It's so nice. God, that's cool. I will probably need to take notes about the outside. Interesting that that's blockaded. I wonder if I could do something, but I can't. What a weird spot. God. Wow, this is beautiful. Interesting that the shape of my cursor is like the perfect peak to that, but anyways, yeah, cool. Interesting. Bird bath. Interesting. What the heck is in here? Oh my. It is dark. Is there anything in here? Anything at all? Not that I can see. There probably is, but I'm too blind to see. Also, the fact that that costed me a, Oh, that didn't cost me a step. I thought that would. Interesting. Okay, alrighty. Weird. Alright. What about this way? I see an open gate over here. Okay. Alright. Another... That's interesting. Why is that there? Why is that there? Another locked gate, I presume. Yep, that one's locked. Private drive. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh. Okay, I mean, I did see the camp right there. What is this? Nothing. Cool. I'm sure I'm looking at something I will unlock as well. Is there stuff back here? There is. And a padlock with 4 on it. Okay. Lots of apple trees. I won't be taking notes out here yet. I probably will later if I note something of importance. Am I the only one that thinks that this looks weird? This looks specifically like it's saying there's something in the middle, or something that belongs here. Okay. Nothing I can interact with, at least. I'm like, huh. Okay. Are you... Due to the rules set forth by your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day here at any time from the blueprint menu. Okay. Alrighty. And that, my friends, I think is where we will be calling it a day for today as well. Yeah, wow. We did a lot, actually. Hour and a half into the episode. Again, these early episodes are going to be a bit long. I'm sorry. With how much that there is to learn, and how much that I understand this game rewards you for keeping track of a lot of knowledge. I'm going to keep track of a lot of knowledge. So, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. I think, is there something at the end here for calling it a day, or does it just restart? I'm not sure. Okay, cool. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye. Got the Ordinary in, 26 rooms, 67 steps taken, rank 7 reach, or 7 items found. That was a good day. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.